Welcome, class. We're here for CIS171, which is Java II. See several of you back from last semester. That's great. We'll be working with Java this semester again, and we'll continue to use our Revell licenses. Hopefully, we get everything worked out with Pearson and they give everybody access like they're supposed to. And we'll be working on projects and assignments, and of course, the dreaded quizzes, unit exams, all those wonderful things. The quizzes are canned quizzes from the textbook. So for every quiz, of course, you have a practice quiz available. You can take it as many times as you want. It is using the same test bank as the actual quiz to give you an opportunity to get to be a master at these questions. And I give you all these canned quiz questions in the hopes that someday you'll want to take a Java certification test and you'll be used to the kind of questions that they ask because you've been used to all these quiz questions. So if you're interested in that, just go ahead and take a second and Google Java certification. You'll see that there's a lot of different certifications available to you as a Java programmer. Now, again, my name is Renee Riley. Like I said, I know some of you from last semester, some of you I don't. These are companies that I used to work for and certifications that I hold. Speaking of certifications, your syllabus to the course is going to give you a lot of information that you might want to refer back to throughout the semester. So don't forget it's out there. It has overview information, our grading and policies for the course, different resources that are available to you as OTC students. Additionally, the scope and sequence documents give us date ranges and when we should expect things to happen. In order to make sure you've had a chance to look at the syllabus quiz is out there as one of your first assignments, and you should review the syllabus before taking it, but of course it is open syllabus. I want you to get all the points. So here I'm looking at our Canvas course. Should be all set up. Looking at our home page. Our home page gives us the instructor information. I'll be adding this welcome video to the home page when it gets done. My office hours and things like that are found here. I'm always available to do Zoom sessions, screen sharing, anything like that to give you some help. So if you need something, please just let me know and we can figure out a way to make it work. I've added some links at the top of the home page to kind of keep us on track, all these different dates. If you click on the first 8 weeks, it'll give you the scope and sequence matrix for the first 8 weeks of our class. In there, we have all the different weekly begin and end dates, links to the Modulus section in Canvas for our different weeks. So for example, week 3, our topic is going to be GUI basics. We'll be starting out with chapter 14. We have 2 assignments and a chapter 14 quiz to do that week. All of the weekly module information will become available on Monday, and the assignments and quiz will be due the following Tuesday to hopefully give you enough information. For unit exams, be sure to watch the dates. These exams and hands-on activities will occur during the week, not necessarily on Tuesday, and that's so that we can avoid any due dates on holidays or days off from the college. We just get those assignments turned in before those days off begin. We also have a matrix for the second 8 weeks of the class, so I would see this as a landing point for you, a place where you can get to all of the different information for each week. You can always, though, go straight to the Modulus section of our course. And in our Modulus section, we also have everything laid out, and this is where that matrix, those matrix links will bring you to our different modules. If we look at the syllabus, first of all, this is set up as a PDF document, so you can download the document from Canvas if you'd like to save it yourself, or you can just view it here online. Again, your syllabus contains information about our course, We have the dates for our proctored exam. Be sure to review the OTC information about proctored exams. You have lots of different options for that. It is required, and you need to get that completed between February 26th and March 20th because the college has deadlines for each different department, and our CIS department deadline means that you have to get it done in that time frame. So do take a look at that and get it in your calendar right away so that you've planned for it. Don't put it off until the last day, please. Your final exam as an online course will be available for the whole week that online finals are available. Your textbook information will include the Java book and the Revell access code. You're welcome to use either. I strongly recommend you use the online Revell textbook because it lets you have so many more capabilities. But of course the printed one is super useful too. We also have then our course description and objectives. Information again on how you can contact me as your instructor. My schedule for this semester. Information about how your grades will be calculated, the different percentages for your grades, some information regarding plagiarism. Remember, we want to make sure that we're submitting our own work, not work that we've found someplace else. For you, taking your online quizzes and things like that would be, on the honor system, knowing that if you're cheating on those, you're cheating yourself. That's why you have practice quizzes, is to get prepared. Then your technology requirements. We will be using NetBeans. Right now it's limited to JDK 8. I'll talk about that a little bit more. Some more information about expectations and your attendance requirements. Remember, I am required to administratively withdraw you if I haven't heard from you or seen any activity for 14 days. So be sure to keep in contact with me and let me know if there's something going on that could affect your attendance. The grievance policy, college integrity policy, and additional links that are available. So lots of great information on your syllabus. Next up in Canvas is the hard copy of the scope and sequence matrix, available again for you to download or print out, and then the second 8 weeks. So these are our plans. And again, found all that information looking at the modules section of Canvas and our syllabus and scope and sequence. Now, as we get prepared for the course, we know that we need to install some software and make sure that our home computer is up to snuff to be used for the course. I can tell you right now, mine isn't. I got one, and it just crashed last week. You know how that is. So I'm back to the old slow one, but it gives you something to laugh about in the videos, so I hope that's not a long-term situation. We shall see. I'm going to click on this setup start here, and it should be, oh yay, our awesome welcome to the class. And then some introductory information that we're talking about right now. And an overview that reminds us we have to set up some things. This link is a great document that tells you how to get installed for, how to install NetBeans and all the development tools that you need for Java. As you go to the Java download site, you're going to see that Java 9 is now available. For right now, we're going to work with Java 8 and then see as the semester goes on if we can get Java 9 to work with NetBeans, because I would assume they'll be coming out with something soon. NetBeans has actually had control transferred to Apache from Oracle, so there's kind of a lag on getting it ready for the new version of the development kit. Hopefully that won't be a problem. We'll see. For this course, we're going to be turning assignments in, our source code, using GitHub. So this page gives you some basic information about getting your GitHub account set up. I want you to go ahead and do that. We'll be working on another video showing you how to use GitHub with NetBeans. As you submit assignments, you'll be loading the information to GitHub, but we'll also be creating a project submission file. This file is like a portfolio version of your program, a screen print of the output and a nice copy of your code. So you could use it for a portfolio. I will use it to make comments on, and hopefully we can switch that over to GitHub as the semester goes. If that's something that you're familiar with, let me know. I'll sure switch it, but for right now, it's a Word document. Like I said, you'll be creating a portfolio-worthy printout of your program, and that's what you're going to turn into Canvas. When you turn that into Canvas, then I will know that your project should be available on GitHub, and I will be able to have an overview of the information in your project. This rubric is what will generally be used for each of your assignments so that you can see how things will be scored. Implementing lesson concepts can be, of course, somewhat subjective, but if our lesson has to do with class inheritance, then class inheritance is something that would be expected in these lesson concepts. So, hopefully pretty straightforward. Next, we need to set up your Revell account or associate it with this course. This link, I am not going to click on it because right now I'm in student mode and I'm just going to get myself in all sorts of trouble. I'll try it. You know I'm a risk taker like that. Now, it tells me I've already joined. I could go ahead and sign in using my instructor login information. But if I hadn't joined this course, I could say I have not joined. Your Revell account should be created. If you don't already have one, you should be able to click on that link and then sign in if you already have one. That should give you continued access to this new Revell course. If you have trouble with that, please let me know right away so that we can get our situation to the tech support at Revell and make sure we get you access to that as quickly as possible. Once you gain access to Revell, or without it, we're going to be looking at Chapter 13 for this, for example, in this document. If you needed to access Chapter 13 and the Revell assignment was unavailable to you, you would have to use the printed copy of the textbook to work on that. So let's get that document or that Revell access all set up. Make sure everybody's is working. We will have some discussion boards, a few, so do review the policies for discussion boards. This page has a lot of different links for resources that are available to you. Some other resources will be available throughout Revell, but so many resources. You may want to take an opportunity to look through some of these and bookmark some that you like. Once you've got your Revell access set up, you should be able to get to the course textbook. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, this is outside of Revell. This is just the textbook website, and this is just material that goes along with our textbook. Some of it is actually been moved to Revell, so may not be as accessible here as it is within Revell. As you see, most of it has moved. So this website is out here, but may not be as useful as it once was. So To begin the class, it's important that you have the Java development environment installed and working on your home computer. You have created a GitHub account using the student access and created a 171 repository. You will have to follow the instructions in that page for that. It shouldn't be too bad. Understand the requirements for turning in assignments, get your Revell account up and working, and be aware of available web and textbook resources. So at the end of each of our modules should be this summary page so that you know in your clicking next you've reached the end of that module. So I'm going to click on Home. I'm going to click on Modules. And what we were looking at was the Setup module. So I clicked Next through all of these different pieces of information and then ended at the summary. And of course you can access the course that way, or you can click directly on an item to open it. As I mentioned, that brought us to the Week 1 module. Week 1, like all of our other modules, starts with an overview. You should always look at the overview because it gives you an overview, like it says, of the reading that's required for this module, some kind of information on our objectives, and maybe some other links with useful information. So for Week 1, I see that Chapter 13 is our required reading. Next, in Week 1, I see that there is a discussion board. So this is our introductory discussion. We have a couple people that have already posted, yay, but we would like to see a short presentation about you. If you don't want to use PowerPoint, that's fine. Just make sure that we can all see it and see what you have to say about you. All right, got a few turned in. Good job, guys. I got a going crazy computer there. Next, our syllabus quiz. It doesn't say start yet because the semester hasn't started, but it will be available to you. Again, refer to the syllabus while you're taking that quiz. Then this week's module is about Chapter 13. So here is the publisher's PowerPoint about the chapter. As you go through the PowerPoint, they have a lot of useful information on these links. You should be able to click on those and access the actual code that they're talking about in the PowerPoint. So if you're using this and going along with your textbook, this is the code set that would be displayed in the textbook. When you bring that up, you can show it with line numbers, copy it, whatever you need to do. Now, in this example is going to show us a base class called Geometric Object. From our Geometric Object base class, we're going to use what's called inheritance to inherit that geometric object and make it into a circle, make it a little more specific. It's not just any geometric object. That geometric object itself is just kind of abstract. We can't actually use it to create an object, but I could use it as the basis to create an object. So I'm going to take my abstract class, geometric object, and inherit that by using the extends keyword and make it into a circle. So I just want to show you the way the PowerPoint works more than talk about inheritance right now. But I could use the test geometric object code then to create that circle. Right here, we're going to create a new circle that's going to have a circumference of 5 or radius of 5. And then I can actually run this and see the output. So just the same as using it within Revell. So the PowerPoint does give you a lot of capabilities, and if you're having a delay in accessing your Revell account, you can do a lot of the same things as you scroll through the PowerPoint itself. Now, if you do download and save the PowerPoint, some of those links may become broken. So you can use it here on Canvas and they should work. Now next for this week, we have the suggestion to do the Chapter 13 assignments in Revel. We know this is just going to open our Revel course. And of course Revel, does different things depending on how it's feeling. But when you get there, we have an assignment for Chapter 13, and so it includes the reading online through Revel and the case studies for the calendar and the abstract number class. You'll also see that geometric object that we were talking about. Remember, when we're using Revel, we can click on different assignment due dates down here. So you'll see these are set to match your Canvas content. The assignments that are set for May are the work activity, like the worksheets and projects and things like that. The supplemental material. So all of our different projects, programming exercises. So feel free to use these that are bundled up on May 12th and 13th for any practice that you would like. These are just available for you. There'll be no points associated with them. We will be working on some of these supplemental chapters towards the end of the semester, so that's why they are set up in Revel as assignments. Now Revel gives you, if you've noticed, a lot of other capabilities. You can go to the table of contents and just access. Our textbook is an ebook, so this is very helpful depending on what you need it for and what you want to use. So it doesn't have a lot of fancy highlighter capabilities or anything like that, but it is available to you as an ebook. You can do some highlighting. Well, you can do some stuff. Lots of resources available to you, and I obviously have not done that yet. So I'm going to go back to my table of contents and go into Chapter 13. Can I create a note? It's just going to go there. So we'll have to do some research and see how to do that. So all of this information is available to you through Revel. So let's make sure that we all have access and that everything is working. Again, it is also available to you through the hard copy version of your textbook and all of the PowerPoints that are set up through Canvas. So you do have some different options. Now, after I've looked at my material in Revel, I can click Next and continue on in my Canvas course. In this week, we have some instructor videos. So there are some videos to help you with that case study, the calendar class, and validating user input. Those are both things that you'll need to complete the assignment. So the assignment is one of the even-numbered assignments, and we all know that even-numbered assignments' code is available at the end of the textbook online and in Revel. So it is something that you can download. That's because if you get to a point of complete and absolute frustration, I want you to just give up. But remember, I want you to turn in something that's yours. So you should be working to create this output on your own, and you're going to be learning about reading input from the command line, doing lots of different things, but they have all this information available to you in the samples for the textbook and in the videos that I've provided. So all of the information should be available to you. It's a matter of putting it all together in the right order. So if you were forced to download the solution from the textbook, please don't turn that in as yours. You would need to rewrite that code, modify things, change some comments so that I know you understand what that code is doing before you would submit it. So we always want to be aware that when I give you an even numbered assignment, I do know that that source code is available, and I expect you to use it in the case of an absolute emergency, but otherwise I expect you to come up with it on your own. That's the end of our week 1 module. Here's our summary. So again, I could click next to continue on into the week 2 material if it were open and available. But I'm going to go back to modules and review with you that you can see all of these items here from the modules display directly. And in the modules display, you see their due date and how many points are available for each of those items. So you've got a lot to do this week. Get everything set up and working, get the syllabus quiz done, and get this first exercise going. We don't have a Chapter 13 quiz, so your syllabus quiz is all you need to do quiz-wise. So you'll have a separate video to talk about Chapter 13. You guys have a great day. Please be in touch if you have any problems or any questions. Thank you so much.